Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, everyone. Superman47 here, bringing you another Slackers update. I believe this is episode 20-something. The game you're watching in the background is Jade Empire, a game near and dear to me. I actually got this version on Steam because I can't find the Xbox version. I actually played the hell out of this game back in the day. I played it, I got through like one playthrough for every character, but this is Slackers Update. Basically a vlog series where I can talk about whatever the hell I want and the quality doesn't matter. Sweet God. Slacker news, here we go. Episode 22! There we go. Oh, that's right, the last episode I started off in Russian! We're not doing that. I can only butcher so many languages, to be very honest with you. But, yeah, this is actually going to be an extended vlog because I have a lot to talk about, because a lot of shit's happened to me. And because this is probably the fourth take on this. I did 2 takes back. I'm recording this on September 1st. Okay? I did 1 take of this on Thursday the 29th, 2 takes of it on the 30th before I left for home, and I just got back a couple hours ago, and now I'm doing take numero cuatro. Okay? So, first things first, I'll always, channel events, stuff that's gonna happen that may delay or improve, video releases. I'm going to be very busy in the coming 4 weeks. Okay? That means the video release will be constant, but slightly toned down. I'll be releasing 1 video a day, just so as I can last through it. But, to be honest, I'm probably one of, I don't know, I would say I've not seen many Let's Players that release videos in the volume that I do. What that says about the quality of it is entirely a different issue entirely. But I depend on you guys for that kind of feedback. But yeah, I hope you guys don't mind, but I will be reducing it to sort of a normal Let's Player schedule. So that'd be like 1 a day, at least 3 times a week, if I can swing it. The reason for this is I will be out of town this weekend. And I will be out of town this weekend. I won't be able to record anything, and of course I work full time. I will be out of the continent next weekend, all the way up until Thursday the 19th, because I'm going to Belgium. This is a good point to plug my Twitter at supervin47 on twitter.com. In case you guys want to follow me through my journeys through the great land of beer and chocolate. Sounds delicious. But yeah, I will be tweeting / posting photos of my journey throughout Belgium. It's a business trip, so you won't be seeing much of it. But as much as I can, I'll just show you guys like, hey, this is my hotel room, look how fancy or how shitty it is. Hey, this is a pub that we found. So I'll be tweeting that as often as I can. But of course, it's a business trip. I'll be in meetings for like 14-hour days. Monday and Tuesday, I'll be in 14-hour days. Wednesday, we're supposed to fly back, but I'm going to be so crashing I won't get anything done until Thursday. So, yay! That's the thing. Gonna record some other stuff later tonight if I get the chance. Maybe, maybe not. Also, the coming months is med school application time. For those of you guys who don't know or who haven't followed me for that long, I'm applying to medical school. So, that's gonna be a thing in and of itself. But, yeah, okay, so, I think I hit the major points there. Channel videos will be toned down, but still regular. I mean, I'm not gonna go on another hiatus, because that last hiatus was just for sanity's reasons. Plus, I have a lot of stuff backed up. No, not that kind of way. Not that kind of backed up. This is the healthy backed up. Yeah, I think that's about it. Now, this part, if you were just tuning in for channel updates or just daily ramblings, you can quit now. You can turn off the video now and go about your day. What follows after this is some more serious stuff, which is why I didn't pick a very fancy flighty game. Jade Empire is actually very serious in tone if you kind of read between the lines. But yeah, a lot of stuff's been happening today, and I've been deciding. This is the part where I tried about 3 other takes, and each of those takes I was not satisfied, because this is actually very hard for me to get out. So I'm at a very interesting crossroad in my life right now. The crossroad here is, do I invest my energy in living? Do I invest my energy in YouTube, which I love, or do I invest my energy in medicine or science, all 3 of which I love very much. I'm very passionate about them, and I feel very strongly about these 3 topics. Now here's the thing though. I'm only human. I'm just one man. So I've been wrestling with this decision inside me, do I really want to commit to medicine? Because if I commit to medicine, I'm going to go all in, Or if I commit to science, which I'm working in a research lab right now, I'm going to go all in on that. I'm going to go grad school, etc., etc. Or if I want to commit to YouTube, then that's a risk in and of itself. All 3 of them have their inherent risks of failure. And all 3 of them have their own inherent positives of success. If I go all in on YouTube, for my daytime job right now, I do nothing but my daytime job and nothing but YouTube. I just, cut out everything. I start posting on forums. I start, advertising myself more. I start, actually fixing the channel and all that shit. Then, who knows, I might hit it lucky. Or, if I go full in on medicine, I could, just forget YouTube entirely, just devote myself completely into getting through medical school, and you'll never hear from me again. Or thirdly, I can also go grad school, go science, get master's or PhD or whatever, all that kind of thing. And I was thinking really hard, because this is the sort of thing you think about when you're in your early 20s. I'm 23 years old, okay? I may or may not sound it. Who knows? I just graduated from college. I've been working in a lab ever since because I want to figure out what I want to do. Now, for those of you guys out there who have met people in their 20s who are college students who know exactly what they want to do, 9 times out of 10, I will bet you they are lying through their teeth. And now I know some of you guys out there are probably going to be like, wait, I am college student. I know that I want to go into business or medicine or engineering or sociology or any of that kind of thing. Wait another year. Then you come back and tell me what you're thinking, if you still want to do that. Okay? I'm just saying, the early 20s is about the time where you figure out what the hell you're doing. Which is where I am right now. And honestly, I've been not confused to the point of being upset, but just straight up confused. What the hell am I doing? I started this YouTube channel, end of 2011. I did stuff on and off of it for the past, it was really on and off up until I built my new computer here, and I started doing stuff for Sirius in December of 2012 when I started releasing Deus Ex, and I found that I really liked it. I really like getting into YouTube. I think I'm funny. I think I'm a great guy to listen to, but who knows? That's all up to you guys. And I like it, but I also believe in the more traditional, you get your undergraduate degree and then you move on to higher level education and make your living through that. So I'm kind of, I was torn between the two. Like, I made up my mind on what to do right now, and I'll tell you at the end of all this, because there's a long story involved, and it's a lot of craziness, and God bless you, or whatever, or, Buddha preserve you, or saints preserve you, or whatever, atheism, flying spaghetti monster thing, whatever denomination you are, like, thank you for sticking around this video for this long. Because I know I said earlier, just leave at like the 5-minute mark, because that's all the updates. So thank you so much for sticking around. But okay, we're gonna. I'm rambling. Let's get into the story before I kill this take. So I was deciding between going all in on YouTube or medicine. Like, I'm equally passionate about both. And I decided to take a trip home. Like, I live and work in a different state from my hometown. If you must know, well, yeah, hell, it's a big enough city. I'm a Philadelphia boy. Philly. West Philadelphia, born and raised in the playgrounds where I spent most of my days. I know, yes. There's one asshole out there who has that running through his head, and no, not every Philadelphian is Will Smith. You jerk. You sidious jerk. But, yeah, I'm a Philly boy, born and raised. And I live and work in a different city from where not even just a different city, I live in a freaking different state. So, I decided to take a couple days off, because it's Labor Day weekend tomorrow, head back home and just kind of get my bearings, because I'm just like, I want to do both. I can't choose. I love both of these things, but both of them involve a hefty amount of work, as in, don't sleep, clown will eat you kind of work. But I decided to go home, and one of my family members, he is also applying to medical school, except he went the route where he went the I'm not getting a full-time job, I'm just taking classes and doing extracurriculars. Like, he went the tried and true method, the method which I would personally recommend to any of you guys who are planning on, taking a gap year or waiting a year before applying to higher level education, where he basically took classes, took a couple small-time jobs, did a lot of extracurriculars to build up his CV, or curriculum vitae, for those of you who don't know. And he's planning to apply to medical school this year as well. So I'm talking with him, and he and I, we've always had, we grew up together, and we've always had this kind of difference of opinion on how to approach things. He's a much more direct person than I am. So I saw him just this morning, actually, before I left. So I was visiting his family, and he kind of gave me this whole he wasn't preaching. Like, he's not a very preachy person. He's a very in your face, I'm gonna give it to you straight kind of thing. And apparently he started working on his application like back in April. And not having a full-time job to worry about that, he had plenty of time to do it. So, I mean, the main thing of it is, he's, spreading. I don't wanna, speak ill of him, because he's like a brother to me. But he was kind of hesitant about where I am in terms of my applications, because he was surprised that I didn't turn in my application yet, and I'm telling him like I just want to be ready. For those of you who don't know, the majority, well, not the majority, but a fair amount of, not half, but 60% of medical schools on the East Coast have, at least 60% have their application deadlines on October 15th. The rest are either November or December 1st. So, I'll say I was kind of rattled by what he told me, because he was saying like, listen dude, I'm getting the feeling you don't know what the fuck you're doing, and if you're gonna continue with this, then just, you can wait. So I was kind of rattled about that. And it struck me like I'm rattled easily. Like, okay, like this is getting deep, and again, thank you for sticking around this long. I feel like this is going to be a very long episode. I have actually over 45 minutes of game content to go through. And if this turns out to be a long vlog, so damn be it, because I feel this is important enough to say. So, I'm talking to him, right? And he's laying down the law. Like, this man, he doesn't hold back. I've grown up with him. We've been to, we've been raised together. He's 1 year older than I am. We've basically known each other all our lives. And the man does not hold back. He gives no fucks. So, I admit, I was a little bit rattled. Because now I'm thinking like, oh god, am I ready? Like, cause he's saying, Super Vin, not really. He's like, Vin, you're only gonna get one shot at this. Because, if you apply, you get rejected. They're gonna ask you next year, like, oh, did you apply before? And I'm gonna have to say yes. And then they're gonna say like, oh, did you not get in? And it's basically that scenario where every worst possible outcome is running through your head, and not a single positive thing is there. So now I'm thinking, fuck, what did I get myself into? Like, do I wait the other year? Or do I launch into it now? And the thing of it is, I feel that if I wait another year, it's not a matter of winning or losing, but it's more so a matter of, if I wait another year, I will be that much less motivated to go back to school, because that'll be another year of full-time job. Of a steady full-time job. I can afford my own living. There's, the more comfortable I get with the way things, with the status quo now, the less likely I will be able to upset it later. So I'm deciding, I'm like, fuck, as much as I hate to say it, a lot of what he's saying is correct. The thing about medical school is, it's a bitch to get into. It's a bitch to even apply to. So, I'm looking at him, I'm thinking to myself, damn, he's really laying it on. Now, I'm not trying to paint him as a bad guy. There's no bad guy, there's no good guy in this story. Alright, it's just me and my own insecurities. Which takes me on to another interesting point. I am actually a very insecure person. I may not sound like it, I may not even look like it if you meet me in real life. I'll probably seem like this, good-looking, jolly guy who just like, hey, you know what, go with it. But actually, I'm a very insecure person. I have a lot of self-doubt. Just like any other person, you're gonna run into situations where you're gonna doubt yourself. You're gonna think like, I could have done that differently, or should I do it? Like, there's a big risk here. And that's just natural. That's just what comes with life. But yeah, I'm really unsure of myself most of the time. And the reason why I seem or sound so confident, it's not because it's an act, but I show my confidence because half because I have to, and half because like I feel that's the real me. But it's just getting at that real me that's troublesome. So I'm standing there, I'm listening to this, I'm thinking in the back of my mind, I better, I don't know if I can do this. I don't, he's just getting in my head all sorts of ways, and he's right. It's tough, and if you go in there half cocked, with your if you get caught with your pants down, basically, you're in a shit ton of trouble. And I'm just deciding, what do I do? It's confusing. I don't know. But, oh shit, what was I saying? No! I will not call this a failed recording. I've done this too many times. We've gone too far. But, I don't know. It's difficult. It's difficult making these choices because the choices you make now they'll shape who you are in the future. If I continue, like, for example, say I went all in on YouTube and it actually pans out. I actually get, a proper partnership with a network. I proper deals, and I can do it full time, and it's great. But on the other hand, like, do I want to look back and say to myself, yeah, I'm having a lot of fun doing this. I'm enjoying it. I'm going to meet a lot of great people. But am I going to look back and think, but there was also, like, could I have done medical school? Like, some of you guys out there, maybe before college, you may not be, you may still be even in high school, not even 18 years old yet. So don't worry, you won't have to deal with these questions for quite a few years yet, but just in case. So I'm thinking he's hitting me hard, and fast forward to I'm on the train home. Alright? And I'm thinking to myself, like, God damn, I was so sure of myself. I was so sure of myself last week that I wanted to do this, and one morning with my brother, basically. One morning with my older brother, and all that shit's torn to pieces? What? What the fuck just happened? So I'm sitting there on the train. It's about an hour or so ride back to my workplace, which I don't want to name, just in case it comes back to bite me in the future. So I'm heading back on the train. I'm heading back from home. And I'm thinking to myself, like, what the fuck just happened? Now I'm doubting myself. Now all my insecurities come to light. And I'm realizing if there's one flaw that I really beat myself up about a lot, it's that I don't believe in myself. It's that you can have other people say like, yeah, you know what, you can do it, you're great. It's another thing to believe that for yourself. So, and this what follows next also goes to all of you guys as well. Like, if you're feeling the way I'm feeling right now, if you're feeling that you're very worried about your own, if you think twice too many times, you're gonna end up doubting yourself at every move, and it's gonna turn out that that was actually the right decision. If you hadn't doubted yourself, then you would have been able to go through with it. But then there's always that small inkling, and it just, you're sabotaging yourself basically, and that is a terrible feeling to go through. So on the train ride back, I'm thinking, I really don't believe in myself. Like, I have all these great people, I have these great friends, great family, great co-workers who are basically saying, you can do it. And I'm sitting there saying, yeah, I know. But in my heart of hearts, there's that level of anxiety. And I decided on that train ride, I was like, if I don't learn to believe in myself now, if I don't like draw this line and say, hey, this is enough shit that I'm going to deal with, I can do it, or not even I can do it, but I believe in myself to attempt it, and no matter what the outcome, I will still be proud of my effort. Like, to me, self-belief involves not just believing that you can succeed, but believing that failure will not change who you are. Like, you're not like a twig that snaps in two after being, bent. You're more like, what was that the old thing, like, the weeping willow may bend, but it won't break, or something like that. Like, I'm gonna go through a lot of shit in my life, and a lot of shit's gonna try and break me down. But I should acknowledge that, yeah, I'm gonna fail, but would I rather not even try and fail, or I'm sorry, would I not even try and then have that lingering doubt in my mind that just feeds into my insecurities? Or do I just want to say, fuck all, try it, if I fail, so what? That whole, I'm going to be ruining my future kind of thing. And it's like, yeah, but I'm going to be ruining my future if I don't try it. Like, you get caught between that, you may actually make a decision that will screw you up for the rest of your life, or you may just shy away from all decisions entirely. And that's an issue that I would imagine a lot of people deal with every day. So I was sitting on the train thinking about it. I was thinking hard, and I'm coming to the conclusion that I got to do something. I gotta change something. So I decided, you know what? Why not do both? And by both, I mean, why not do YouTube and applications? Why not do both? And I know you're thinking like, are you fucking nuts? Yeah, I know. That's exactly what I was thinking on that train ride as well. But I feel like if you believe that you're going to be you, if you believe that you're, win or lose, success or failure, it was a choice worth choosing. Don't just shy away from it because it could be hard or that you could fail. Shit's gonna happen. Guess what? Shit happens every day to great people. and not so great people, they still move on with their lives. Most of them, anyway. So I was just sitting on the train, I'm deciding, I'll go all in on both. I love both, and if that just means, I get less sleep out of it, so be it. So I'm deciding, well, first of all, I'm deciding to apply to a network, and secondly, I'm also thinking of applying to medical school. Because, why not try? The worst, at this point in my life, the worst thing I can do is not try. Because not trying puts you into that crippled mindset where you're going to wait for everything to be perfect and you're not going to do anything. Because you spend so much time waiting for that perfect moment, it's never going to come. It's never going to show up. It's never going to be it's never going to be that quick time event in a video game where it's like you're fighting the boss and it's like, hey, mash the B button. You can totally win if you just break your B button. Break your thumb over the B button. That moment will never come to you in life. I'm not saying be reckless and just do shit. I'm saying believe in yourself. I'm saying if you want something and the only thing that's holding you back is essentially you, in quotation marks, then, fuck all, just do it. I'm not saying be reckless, but I've decided to just say, you know what, screw it. If I screw up, I'm 23, right? I got the rest of my life to sort this out. And if medicine or YouTube are not for me, then they're not for me. I'll go into game design or computer work or some shit like that. I can do that. Yeah. But I don't know. I'm rambling, and holy shit, we're at the 30-something minute mark. Thanks. So, for those, if you manage to stick this long, you sir deserve a prize. You sir get to recommend a video game that I get to play. The passcode for said video game is Lincoln. The password is Lincoln. If you stayed this long throughout the video, type it out. Type out Lincoln in the comments and a game of your choosing, and I'll see if I have it, and we can play. But, yeah, I've decided I'll apply for both a network and a medical school. Because, regardless of whether or not I succeed, I believe it's worth the effort. I believe it's worth the effort to me, and whether or not that's the right decision, I don't know, but it's my decision. And that's a terrible way of phrasing things, and I highly recommend you don't do it. But it's just that I've reached that point now where I'm like, I love all these things equally, and would it really hurt so much if I tried? And it probably is going to hurt a lot because I'm going to lose a lot of sleep out of it. I'm going to be up working through the hours, and it's gonna be insane. But, like I said, I love it. I love YouTube, I love medicine. And I want to do both. So yeah, there's that solid resolve. Insert resolve music here. Is the Guile theme copyrighted? And in case it is, and so on and so forth. But I guess the moral of the story is it's not the it's not the choice itself. It's what you're willing to live with. Or no, that's a terrible moral. But there's some kind of moral in there. Don't worry. Just talk to your philosophy teacher or something like that. I'm sure he'll find a moral, and I'm sure he'll also say I'm a freaking idiot. But it's just like sometimes you just gotta go for it. You see something you love. You see two things you love, and if the only cost to it is time and energy, I got nothing but time and energy. Well, I got nothing but energy. I'm not so sure about the time part. But honestly, it's like it's the choices that you don't. It's the things that you don't do that you beat yourself for afterwards. Like I got like a couple more minutes. Okay. So it's the things you don't do that you remember the most. It's not the things that you do. He said do. No. It's not the mistakes that you do that haunt you. It's the things that you don't do. Like, if you think about it, well, actually, no. I'll tell a story of my own. So I said before I was immature. I'm insecure, right? And a manifestation of that insecurity is that I'm a real goofball. I make light jokes of important things, and I just laugh at things. Okay? Even serious things. Alright? So, the things that I did back in the day, like, we'll say high school age. I made a lot of sly jokes. I made a lot of stupid jokes. I never made an inappropriate joke, but I made a lot of stupid jokes. And you know what? I don't regret doing a single one of them, even if they made me look like a fucking idiot. Because that's high school. And I don't regret doing that. What I do regret is, what I do regret is not doing. Well, there was this girl, all right, and knew her since freshman year of high school. Waited. Like, it's your classic, like, waited so long you became best friends kind of thing. And it was like, you missed your window. That's basically what I'm trying to say. If you're going to play it safe, you're going to miss your window. And you're going to cripple yourself because of that. Luckily, I've sort of gotten over it. I've had, great relationships since then. But still, it's the things that you don't do that you regret the most. So, what I'm trying to say is, if you're passionate about something, if you really like it, just fucking do it. If you want it bad enough that you're willing to stand up to whoever the fuck is telling you no, then I say you deserve the shot to do it. Like, if you're passionate about anything, school, love, artwork, hobbies, hell, even YouTube. If you're passionate enough about that to stand up to all the naysayers, I say take your shot. Worst thing that can happen, you fail. You know what? People fail all the time. You're gonna fail all the time. You're just gonna move on. Okay? Believe in yourself. Take the shot. Okay? If you miss, you miss. So what? But you got the rest of your life. And you're gonna get a lot of naysayers who are gonna tell you, "Oh, if you fuck this up, you're gonna ruin it for the rest of your life," kind of thing. And I say, as long as you're not doing hardcore drugs, or being promiscuous, as long as it's something that's worth living with, then go for it. You wanna go into art? Go into frickin' art, man. I could use people to do like artwork for my channel, because I'm always interested in new interpretations of my symbol, the phoenix. But if you really want to do something, just do it. What's the harm? Like, weigh it out in your mind. What is the actual harm here? If you miss your shot now, you might not get it again. Be very honest with you. You may only get one shot at this. Lucky people, a lucky few get 2 shots. So, I'm just saying, believe in yourself. And you know what? You out there, you viewer, I believe in you too. I may not know who you are, but I believe that you will always be you. I can only believe that you can be you. Don't try to be someone else. That is the worst possible thing you can do to yourself. Just be you. Alright? And honestly, for anyone else to expect anything differently of you, they're a fucking idiot. There's only one you. And if you spend your entire life trying to be someone else, then guess what? You just wasted your entire life. Just saying. But hey, you can but going back to earlier, if you really want to be someone else besides you, then that's your own choice. You live with it. Me, I'm done with that. Me, I want to be myself. I want to believe in myself. And that involves taking on a really, really tough road. So I hope it ends up well for me. I hope life ends up well for you guys. I honestly don't know. I could cave in the next month. I could say like, this is too much. I quit. I hate it. Well, if I cave, then I cave. That's what happens. I hope I don't. I believe in myself that I won't. But if it all turns out for naught, if it ends up in one gigantic failure, then that's what happens. Failure happens. I've said it, 8 times throughout this video? Failure happens. There you go, 9. Wow, this is a really long vlog. But just take your shot. Don't let people intimidate you with how much they know about a certain thing, because that's just gonna discourage you from finding out about it yourself. Just go do your own thing. Live a life that you won't regret not living. Like, if both YouTube and medical school don't pan out for me, I completely bombed them both, I can look back on this life and say, yeah, I screwed up, but you know what? I don't regret trying. It's the missed opportunities that you remember the most. At least for me, anyway. It's the opportunities where, like, you see them in the hallway, or you're sitting down to write out your application, and that small little voice in your head is telling you, what if you fail? You know what you should say to that little voice? So fucking what? What if I fail? I'm not going to regret trying. Hell no. I came this far and go a little bit farther. You know, it's the attempt of it is what's going to drive me. Believe in myself. Believe in yourself. You know, and if you don't believe in yourself, then believe in me, because I believe in you. You know, just do it. Screw their opinions. Because there are going to be naysayers throughout your entire life. Sometimes they may be right, sometimes they may be wrong, but honestly, what you do with your life is up to you. You know, I like to believe that most of you guys out there, you know, because I'm not doing Minecraft or whatever, are attracted to how I approach things, and I'm really grateful for you to you for that. So, I want you guys to listen to me very carefully. Believe in yourself. You know, right or wrong, success or failure, believe in who you are. And live your life like that. Live your life as you. Not as what someone else wants you to be, but as who you are. So, that's it for me. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.